Hi, welcome to the Metal and Wood Shop. We're located in room 1211 at the Student Innovation Center. Here, we have some important safety protocols that we need to follow. We have a line here, and you have to have the proper PPE or personal protective equipment to cross this line. What we require in this shop is closed-toed shoes and closed-heeled shoes, long pants, and safety glasses. If you have long hair, it's a good idea to tie it back. Long sleeves, you should pull them up. Also, remove any loose or dangling jewelry such as watches, necklaces, and rings. And if you have strings on your sweatshirt, tie them or tuck them in. We ask that you scan in on our card readers and tell us why you're here. On our website, you can find a list of restricted materials, so as you're planning a project out, you know what you can and can't use. All of our tools in the shop have a designated safety level, and those levels correspond to the level of supervision that they need and the risk those tools provide. We also have everything locked, so when you come in, you need to talk to a shop supervisor and get the tool unlocked so that you can start your project. We look forward to seeing you soon. This is the digital readout or DRO controller attached to the mills at the Student Innovation Center. These are the computers that can automate the functions of the mill. There is a programming language built in known as conversational programming, and with the use of a flash drive, this machine can run G-code programs. This software overview will outline the basics of conversational programming. If you are wanting to import G-code from programs like Fusion 360, SolidWorks, Mastercam, or others, see our additional resources or contact a shop supervisor. When you first turn the machine on, it will need to be homed. You'll want to lower the spindle 1 to 2 inches, ensure that the work area is clear, and press Find Home. The machine will move automatically to ensure that the motors and sensors are working. The DRO is able to keep accurate track of the position of the spindle relative to the table. It bases these numbers off of a reference point or datum that you teach it. Essentially, it thinks and moves in a 3-dimensional grid. To change the datum, you're going to press the datum soft key, and then you can arrow down to the X, Y, and Z coordinates and change these. You're going to set your X and your Y in conjunction with the Edge Finder tool. Your Z, you're going to set based off of your first tool in the program. Once you're done, press Use to save those values. The numbers should change. You'll get practice with this during the hands-on training. After you have set your X, Y, and Z, make sure that the first tool is in and manually set the height so that the tip of the tool will clear the vise and all of your materials. Open up that datum menu and go down to Z Retract. You're going to click the soft key for Teach Position. What this does is it sets that retract height of where this is going to pull up, so that way as the machine makes movements, it does not crash into anything. Press Use to save this value. When you have established a datum, you can begin to program. Press the DRO PGM button to change between the DRO screen and the program screen. You cannot change X, Y, or Z values from the program screen, and you cannot add or create programs from the DRO screen. This is one of the most common errors when using the DRO. We will program a simple circle. Always start the program by setting up your tooling. There's a tool key here. In the hands-on training, you'll learn specifically about all of the settings. The most important settings are setting up your diameter. We'll use a 1/4 inch tool. Your spindle, which should be forward, and your RPM, which will be how fast it's moving. There are charts and calculators online and on the machine that can help you figure out what RPM you should be using. Once you have all of the settings correct, press the Use key. There are buttons for all of your basic functions and shapes, which all have additional menu options that you can choose from. When making a circle, we want to select the circle button, and then we want to go down to frame to just do the outline. Take some time and explore all of these options if you want to learn more about conversational programming. Once this menu pops up for the circle frame, we can start to input our values. The important values are any coordinate values and your feed rate. We're going to put the center of our circle at 0, 0, and then Z is our coordinate for how deep it's going to go. So we're going to start just a little bit above the material, and we are going to end 1/8 of an inch below. Feed is something that will depend on your material. You'll get experience with that in the hands-on training. Radius, we will do a 2-inch radius circle. And then once you have everything set and you've scrolled through all of the menu items, press Use to save that. You should see whatever you just programmed generate on the screen as a simulation. You should see both your tool and the path that it's going to be taking. The red circle is your datum. Once you are satisfied with your program, you're going to want to prove it out using a dry run or a graphics run. You'll get experience with both of these in the hands-on training. When an OIM message pops up at the bottom, it is going to be a operator intervention message. And this requires the user to do something before the machine will move on to the next part. Make sure you read these instructions. This one is asking if we have the correct tool in. If we do, we can press go. When running a program or simulation, a couple of important reminders. This is the feed percent knob. This controls how fast the table moves. When starting a program or changing tools or other complex parts, you want this to be turned all the way counterclockwise or to 0%. You can see in this graphic simulation how it adjusts the speed at which things are moving. This gives you a chance to react and double check everything is running as it should. When you are confident in your program, you can adjust this back up to a comfortable level at or below 100%, which is the little tick mark there. The second thing you should do when running a program is to switch between the DRO and PGM screens. You can see the live position reading of your tool and visually verify that it is doing what it is supposed to do, and that the datum and coordinates you put in there are accurate. When done, you can shut down the DRO. To do this, click the Shutdown soft key at the bottom of the screen, and then again in the additional menu. The Makerspace Assistant or Shop Supervisor will handle the rest.